Hey guys, and welcome back to home. It's time to cast the controlling over once again. Last time most notably, we, for the first time in the game, got prevented from progressing within a level. I didn't leave the area of the auto parts shop, but because I went through the key card door, I got locked in and I had to jump down and hurt myself, and I definitely missed something through the power node door. And yes, that will haunt me for basically ever. And ever. Still haunts me now. We also made it to Norman's shop, put his gun, presumably his gun, the gun we found before, back in the rack, getting an achievement called A Close Call. Don't know what that means. And then we went into the other room with the flickering TV, and I froze when I saw feet. Yes, that's right. Feet. Blood splatter. Probably Norman. There goes the Norman's the killer theory. Might be Rachel, but that feels a little too soon for that. Either way, let's take 3 steps forward and rock Mr. H's world. So, probably Norman. That doesn't look like a Rachel to me. Oh no. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my coworker and one of the few friends I had in this town, lay dead beside his armchair, probably shot with his gun that I took from his cabinet when I found Rachel's jacket in his bedroom, and then I ran through the auto shop, through the forest, through the sewers, and made it out into that one weird house. And killed the person there too. Mystery solved, everybody! Probably not. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he'd been shot trying to get up. Oh shit. His eyes were wide with shock, though they were already drying. Norman, what was Rachel doing here? Why did you have her coat? Why are you fixating on your girl instead of your dead buddy? Norman, maybe you deserved better. You probably did. Did I close his eyes? Sure, let's put our fingerprints on another dead body. What's the harm? Yes. I closed his eyelids down, shuddering as I did so. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace or if I just couldn't stand to think anymore about what was going on. Probably the second one. I hope to hell Rachel had nothing to do with that mess. Oh yeah, but maybe you should hope to hell you didn't have anything to do with that mess. Mr. H. Ooh, another door. We gonna find something even worse through there? Maybe we'll find a knife block and put the knife away and be totally unarmed. I'm not bitter. I'm a little bitter now, actually, to be honest, because I lost out on that one room of potentially important information due to getting locked into a key room. I'm a little bitter playing the game. It's weird. I was enjoying myself quite a bit, and then it established a new dynamic that I wasn't prepared for. And now I'm just kind of going in braced. I'm not wholeheartedly accepting the narrative anymore because I'm braced for getting screwed over again by it. And while that can be an enjoyable process in a game, it isn't usually for me. So I'm not as spooked anymore. I'm distanced. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. And yes, it was my call to go through the keycard door first, but in general, the first floor has been the one that has the leaving. I don't know. It's nothing against the game. It is something that the creator chose to do, and it had its merit. And I'm sure that if I knew it was actually in that room, it wouldn't feel as important as it does as a mystery. But as it is now, I have been distanced from this game because of what just happened in the last episode. I'm not as invested in Norman's death. I'm not as scared by it. It's weird. It's like it broke the immersion. Just a fascinating observation of how I personally am reacting to the game. It is still a great game. I am just now there's a wall between it and me, so it's not having spooky, suspenseful, terrifying effect it had before. And that's a bummer because I was quite enjoying that effect. Ooh, a table. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings from 2 cups still there in the wood. I'd never been to Norman's place before. At least I didn't remember ever doing so. Didn't remember, you sleepwalking walker sleep. Oh ho ho. Nothing there. Trash can? The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? Oh, yes, you did, Mr. H. We're the yes man. I found a hairpin amongst the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. There were takeout containers and food scraps. Looked like Norman was eating for two. Or were you with Norman? Was Norman hiding you because you're the murderer? Did Norman get killed for being a good friend? Are you the bastard, Mr. H? Are you the bastard? Well, away we go. I'm not sure where we go next, actually. Because I don't remember finding a or unlock the front door with a hairpin. That's what was about to happen. So I don't remember finding a key. I used the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. The general store was small, but it was clean. I just bit my tongue. Could you guys hear that? It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. Never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. So as I'm playing, a part of my brain is like, I should come back and say no to everything that isn't strictly required to progress. Like, I wouldn't grab the gun in the first place. I would just jump down rather than get the rope. I would probably still have to push the button behind the portrait. Except I think that room was optional. I don't know. If you guys want to see me do that, and I might do it instead as like a stream instead of videos. But if anyone's interested in that, leave a comment and I'll consider it, because it's intriguing to me. But I'm not invested enough in the idea unless someone else wants to see me do it. Just because I'm being a yes man, it'd be fascinating to see the difference. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. I wonder if someone had robbed the place before killing Norman upstairs. And still, okay, there's gotta be a phone in this building. Guarantee you, somewhere. And yet he's not called the cops. I think subconsciously Mr. H knows he's embroiled in this somehow and doesn't want to implicate himself. I guess that's a postcard display? That's weird. It looks like a funky lamp, but I guess it's a postcard display. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Thank God. When I saw the icebox, I expected human bits. Ooh, okay. I'll be honest. Maybe a little bit of the tension has survived. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. I could only think of poor Norman upstairs. Why does the icebox make you think of Norman? Ooh. I was right. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. Of all the postcards, that one seemed to be the most popular. There are only a few left. Okay, still the same thing. Because a couple of the things have had reactions on the third click, I'm like on guard now. I guess there's nothing left to do but go forward. Norman was dead, but I had no idea why. Was he involved in all this somehow, or was he just another victim? That gun I had found only seemed to complicate matters. It was such a relief to finally be rid of it, and put my fingerprints all over it first. Home wasn't far. Oh, that's why it's called home. We're trying to go there. Hey! I don't know. Home wasn't far off now. Even though the rain was relentless, I had to keep going. Oh, I see. Like a little line of broken pixels or something there. Anything? I'm gonna go past you for a second. Okay. That's a lot of doors. I'm gonna go back to the first one and interact with it and see if it's just gonna tell me about the buildings or if it's actually places I can go. I think, but I can't tell for sure, that the limp is more prominent after our little jumping it down thing. It was locked. This wasn't the right gate. Okay, okay. The gate was locked tight. This wasn't my house. Oh, please let me leave so I can check the other gates. That door only led me back. I had to find my house. The other ones were all locked, so I can only assume that I wouldn't have had another place to go. I wish I could just, like, check the gate without going through the gate. Another line of broken pixels. Maybe that's deliberate. This seems familiar. The gate was locked tight. This wasn't my house. That's new. The neighborhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out as if someone hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? Bet your butt. There was no return address, but the envelope was addressed to Norman. Carefully, I tore it open and looked at the letter inside. It read, "Stay away. She's mine." That was it. No signature, no other information. We're definitely the serial killer. Like 100%, bruh. Who wrote this? Damn it, Norman, what did you get yourself into? A friendship with you, Mr. H. Ain't you knowin'? I'm gonna go ahead and walk the whole path before I interact with any doors, just in case there's... That looks suspicious, but I don't get to interact with it. In case there's anything like the post box. Hope I didn't miss anything like the post box last time. Oh, it was the last door. Okay. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. So there are 4 minutes around to the 15-minute point that I like to end episodes, but I'm not sure there's more than that left of the game. I might take a risk and keep going after the 15-minute point, or I might break it up with flowers or blood splatter. The pixel game everybody loves. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. Why'd you have to correct? Does Rachel not actually live there? Is Rachel Norman's girl and you kidnapped her because she belongs to you? What is the truth, Mr. H? What is the truth? The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. Ooh, that is some suspenseful music. Well, not really music, but there was rattling. I remembered having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? The table was clean. It hadn't been used any time recently. I am back on Team Suspense. I'm close to the resolution, I feel. I am in the home. And the rattling sound of the thunder, I assume, and the sound effects has me breathing funky. We have a door. We have stairs. We have something there. There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. Did I open it? Yes, I did. I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something like canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? The front door was locked from the inside. I couldn't go out, though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. Anything on the ceilings? Door or stairs? Door or stairs? I love when people cheat me because I don't have to make the decision yet, especially after the thing with the key card. The door to the basement. It was locked. Where had I put the damned key? Okay, so if there's a basement, there's probably at least 15 more minutes of content. I'm trying to stretch this out because it's on a daily release anyway. I want people to have nice short videos they don't have to commit to. So I'm going to go ahead and use this to mark the end of my turn. That's going to mark the end of my turn. Let me just cast the controller on back to you. Hope you pass along again soon. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.